Just want to say thank you for being here, watching this video, subscribing to my channel. And I've got to say that my study through the Psalms in bringing these messages to you has been so helpful and beneficial for me and my own personal walk with God. And I think that one thing that I've really come to understand through the Psalms is how much David trusts in the Lord for everything. And I think that sometimes we as Christians, we look at David with his failures, but also with his walk with God, as like being so up there and so high, and we look at him as such a hero. And I think that we should, but one thing that I'm seeing is how small, how minuscule David sees himself. And I think that that's really healthy, and we should mirror that in our walk with God. So today what I want to show you is the link between Psalm 28 and Psalm 29, and how David truly understands and rests in the fact that God is in control in his life. So Psalm 28 in verse 7, David says, "The Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts, and I am helped. My heart exalts, and with my song I give thanks to him." Psalm 29 is that song that David is going to sing to God because he is resting in the strength and the shield of the Lord. And that is something that I want to do, and that's something that I hope that you do, because I'm going through things in my life that are hard, and there's a good chance that you're going through things in your life that are difficult to deal with. And you know what the world is going to tell us is that you put your strength and your discipline and your determination in yourself, and you find the answers in yourself and your own drive and determination. That's ultimately what the world says to do, and it's wrong. It's not true. It's actually a lie, especially for the believer to start buying into. What I have found, what I see all the time, is that David says, "My strength is in the Lord." That's probably the biggest thing that I've gotten out of the Psalms, and it's been so healthy for me personally to realize that and to just rest in that with the Lord. Because, you know, strong masculine men, we want to do things on our own, and we want to make our own way, but that's not the way. The way is to get your strength from him and to rely and trust upon him and his plan every day. And then when you look back at the things that have gone on in your life, man, you've got to recognize that God has delivered you. He has been there for you. He has determined the way forward for you. So what is this song that he sings in Psalm 29? He says, "Ascribe to the Lord, O heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of holiness." So he is saying, you give everything to him. You give him all the glory for it because he has done it. He is the one who is glorious and majestic, not you. You worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. So it's basically, it's coming to God with this understanding and acknowledgement that he is great, you're not. And then he starts speaking really poetically here. He says, "The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon to skip like a calf, and Sirion like a young wild ox." Sirion is another word for Mount Hermon over in Israel, this majestic range of mountains. He's saying his voice will make this majestic mountain skip like a calf across the plains. God is so powerful. And so you take your biggest mountain out there, Mount Whitney or Mount Everest, that mountain is nothing compared to the voice of the Lord. The voice of the Lord flashes forth flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. This is a beautiful psalm, just explaining and getting down into the poetic details of how majestic the Lord is and how it's merely his voice they can shake the heavens and move mountains. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as King forever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. In this psalm, David is just reflecting about how majestic and in control our God is. And so my encouragement to you today is to recognize that within your life. I don't know what you're going through. Maybe you're going through something tough financially. Maybe it's something with a relationship. Maybe it's something with one of your kids or your spouse. Maybe it's something with your health. Maybe you're dealing with a recent death or one way in the past that still you're never going to get over it. But the message is clear. The voice of the Lord is over these matters, and you ought to be putting your faith and trust and strength in him and recognize him for the glorious, majestic God that he is. And he is the strength of his people. As amazingly powerful as God is, he cares about you. And he knows who you are. He knows your name. He knows everything about your life. And if you belong to him, he loves you. And he desires that you would continually submit to him and just put your faith and trust in him. You know, this is a faith that is alive. It's not just a faith for your salvation. It's a faith for you to live in every single day of your life and acknowledge that he is the God over your situation. So whatever it is you're going through, I hope that you rest in that today. I'll see you next time. Dave Battle out.